When you basically get up to this size and bigger, you know what he's going to eat? He will eat anything he can shove down his throat. But just remember, the stomach capacity is only the size of the head. He can't eat a great deal, but his diet could include fish, turtles, crustaceans, waterbirds, dingoes, pigs, tourists. They're not funky. He'll even pull down a horse or a cow. 9 times out of 10, he grabs the horse or cow, he's going to win. But what he's going to feel is a tug of war. It's like Bart on the end of the rope. We have a tug of war. Instinctively, we drop the eyes inside the head. All the legs align the body, and we start to spin. We call this... that comes in a minute. We call this crocodile roll. The media don't like it. The media want to make it sound better. So what do they call it? They call it death rolling, because it sounds better. That rolling action does not roll you folks to death. All he wants to do is to break your footing. Once Bart got any one of us on our back or our side, he would now do a big U-turn. Where's he going to take you? Straight back to the water. Every one of you people here today, you would be extremely stressed at that particular stage. You'd all be frantically holding your breath. He's holding his breath. But tragically, Bart can hold his breath for hours. You lose. The next major problem, me or the big cow hanging out of his mouth. You now understand, don't you? He can't swallow me. He's got to rip me apart. The closing pressure in those jaws is 3 tons. Closing pressure. His teeth don't cut, guys. His teeth do this. They interlock. They perforate. They hold. If Bart grabbed me by my finger, he'd grab me by my wrist. Tragically for me, I'm not going anywhere. Except where he wants to take me. You know where he's going to take me. And now he's going to rip me apart. He'll frantically roll. Not only will that break my footing, it'll also tear that piece clean straight out of the socket. Or the other function he may do, partially or wholly, we're going to raise our body up, partially or wholly, and we're now going to whip it from side to side. What's gently in his mouth will stay, and what is not is flung off. Now that's gruesome, isn't it? That's horrific. And quite a few of you people just screwed your nose up. Guys, let it go. What does the cat and dog do on the end of the rope? Take a test. How does the Australian kookaburra kill its food? Takes a test. You all like dogs? You all like kookaburras? I'm not fussed on cats. And what makes this guy so different? He is not cute and cuddly. And he's got a mouth with big teeth. Oh, I had something really big to feed him. Look at the fish. Look at the fish, buddy.
Nej, jag var helt från nervös.
Back to the water. Go. Disappear. Hurry up. Come on. Come on, don't play games. Come on, hurry up. Alright, they don't store their food. For what purpose and why? He's paid for his food, guys. He exerted all that energy and he put himself at risk. If he shoved his food under a rock or a log for a fortnight, do you really believe there's going to be something left when he comes back? Think about it. Everything else in the river has cleaned you up to the meat time. His diet is the same as you and me. Fresh meat. He will eat carrion. Carrion died a couple of days ago. You and I don't eat it because we've got refrigerators. If I threw right meat in here with this guy, there's a 90 to 95% chance when I come to work tomorrow, I'll take it out. Simply, he's a captive crop and he's too well fed. Don't get me wrong, the wild counterparts, they do eat rotten meat as time get lean, but they do not store it to get it that way. He is not that stupid. But he he lets everything else in the creek eat it first. He takes what he wants, the rest of it will float away. He'll follow that floating carcass. He'll hang around that floating carcass. Generally, not to eat it, but what comes into it. The fish, the turtles, and crabs, in which he has a preference for. He would rather eat a turtle and a crab than pull down a horse or a cow. Simply, there's a lot less energy involved in the turtle and the crab. And what you guys are looking at is a goddamn lazy animal. They exert energy when they have to, but 95% of the time, he will conserve it. Alright, a little bit of safety. Even though we do live in paradise, and that's why most of you guys come up here for holidays, sometimes you know, we're not as advanced as people who live down south. Maybe we just don't want to be. Down south,